Respondent on special assignment examines performance of Cross River State in meeting federal government target of food sufficiency. Plus, importance of planting trees to mitigate effects of climate change in focus. Details shortly. Good evening and thanks for joining us on the news. I am Odwak Ekan. Sequel to the armed robbery attack at the Ayade Industrial Park, Calabar, service commanders have visited the location to improve on the security situation around the area. Chairman of the team, Commissioner of Police Vicky Rokonde, said criminals will have no hiding place in the state. Paul Edwards has more.
About 2 weeks ago, some armed men attempted an attack on the Ayade Industrial Park, which was foiled by some security operatives on ground.
The gun was so severe, I had to run out from the back door because we had some expatriates inside the factory and remove them from the factory. So when I came out from the back to see what was happening, I met some guys approaching from the truck. So I had to dive to one. I never knew they were having other men behind them. So while I dived down, we were on the ground struggling. When I heard one of them said, "Asawana, where's this guy?" Because the threat we used to have is the bag was too porous. And with the help of His Excellency and his brother, I think the fencing work of the project is being commenced. And I think with that, we are assured that, okay, everything is normalized.
We recruit them, about 22 newly security men, special security, attached with the former 18, which is we are 40 now. And they also send some security men here to add with us. I think for now, it's okay.
That incident has led to this visit by service commanders to the industrial park in Calabar.
The moment you allow people to do something in a place and you don't react positively immediately, you give others impetus to do in other places. But the moment something is about to happen and you nip it in the bud, it gives an end to it. So we are here to see it. All the service commanders are here. And be rest assured, Cross River State will continue to remain peaceful and safe.
The team also visited a riverine community, Esuk Atu, behind the University of Calabar, where suspected hoodlums used as hideout to commit nefarious activities. In Calabar, Paul Abel, Nta News.
Upon the resuscitation of the National Agricultural Land Development Authority by the federal government, several efforts have been adopted by the agency to attain food sufficiency while driving the initiative through the 36 states of the Federation. Part of such efforts is the training of youth to offer science extension services to farmers targeted at promoting agricultural best practices for greater outputs. Justina Ekan examines the performance of Cross River State in meeting the set targets.
Agriculture has huge potential, which, if properly harnessed to drastically reduce dependence on oil, will ensure a vibrant economy and provide food security. Poised to explore the sector to create job opportunities for youth in line with the federal government's drive to achieve food sufficiency, the Cross River State government has established agro-industries across various local government areas of the state.
The Ultramodern Rice Processing Mill in Ogoja local government in the Northern State District is ready for commissioning. Land has been allocated to farmers. The state government is giving them hybrid rice seedlings from our Ultramodern Rice Seedling Factory in Calabar here. And land has been allocated and inputs have been given to farmers. The aim is for farmers to kind of cultivate this rice and turn in this rice to the rice processing factory that will process this rice, package them for consumption.
Part of the agriculture value chain that attracted the attention of the state government is cocoa, which is expected to earn the state 80 billion naira annually. The Cross River State government has also ventured into livestock production, cassava, oil palm value chains, and more. But in all of this, the Commissioner for Agriculture says Cross River State is yet to benefit from the services of the soil scientists trained by NALDA.
Cross River State have the biggest poultry farm and the processing factory called Kalachika, located right here in Calabar. This industry is meant to create employment and create income for farmers in Cross River State. This is done in bid to keying into President Muhammadu Buhari policy in agriculture. So Cross River State is not left out. We heard about that intervention that the federal government have trained soil specialists to go into the various states, 36 states in the country, to carry out soil analysis in a bit of helping farmers to know the soil types, the soil that are suitable for different cultivation of all different kinds of crops. But in Cross River State, we are yet to see the officials in Cross River State.
Mr. Oliver Ntui is the chairman, Rice Farmers Association, and he says adoption of scientific methods of rice cultivation by the state government has not only improved yields, but has contributed to availability and affordability of local rice.
We have farming inputs that we offer to the farmers. But before then, RIFAN generally has done what we call soil survey, tests, and analysis of soils in Cross River State. So we've been able to know the soils that are very productive and good for rice farming. We provide herbicides, pre-emergence herbicide for the farmers. We provide post-emergence herbicide for the farmers. We provide pesticides. It has assisted them, and the yield has improved, and their disposable income has improved. And so they've been able to also not only to contribute to feeding their families, but contribute to the gross domestic product of the nation.
The Cross River State Agribusiness Initiative engages mostly youths and women to achieve food sufficiency. In Calabar, Justina Etam, NTA News.
Following the nationwide World Congress of the All Progressive Congress (NPC), the Cross River State Chapter World Congress has been adjudged peaceful and free as well. Chairman of the NPC World Congress in the state, Halaji Hassan, stated this after leading a 7-man delegation to oversee the conduct of the party congress in the state. Paul Ebel again reports.
The congresses conducted in consensus is described as internal party arrangements in line with its constitution, which is the best approach to a hitch-free exercise. While monitoring the exercise in Calabar Municipal Local Government Area, the team leader describes the exercise as a model, commending the governor, party acting chairman, and members for the show of maturity and unity.
Cross River used to be Kayo State as far as APC is concerned. But with the defection of the executive governor, we have come to now realize that there is cohesion within the party. The party is growing stronger. You can see, as we distributed the forms to go and do this thing, there was no dissenting voice all over. So the party will grow strong, stronger than ever, under this leadership. We have finished the World Executive for Ward 1. Calabar Municipal, Ward 1. So this is your executive.
Yes.
Do you attest to it?
Yes.
Do you attest to it?
Yes.
Executives of Ward 3 of Calabar Municipality. So do you attest to this list that yes, they are your leaders, your executive? Yes.
I'm always advocating peace. Peace, love, oneness. In fact, this whole exercise, we decided to go the way of consensus because we see it as a means of bringing all of us together.
Congresses, we have a lot of women. Like you have heard, we have done our consensus, and we have in the Ward ESCO that is 27, in so many wards we have up to 10, 12 women. So I think that's a good number for us.
Some election observers who also came to monitor the exercise and some members of the party also expressed satisfaction over the peaceful conduct of the Congress.
Sent from INEC office to monitor this election. Actually, I've seen. So I've collected some of the materials which I need more, which I'm sure they will give me.
Of course.
So I'm actually monitoring it. It's okay. Seeing you people, yes, peaceful, and I'm seeing everybody, happy. Yes.
Cross River State is already a model to other APC states by reason of the fact that before now, the governor had led us to a point where we had a consensus understanding in all the 196 wards. So what the panel has come to do is to affirm what we have already decided in all the 196 wards.
In the past few years, this will be the first time elections are conducted at the ward level in Cross River APC without issues. In Calabar, Paul Abel, NTA News.
Awareness education on the effects of human activities on climate change to complement global model systems has been viewed as a step in the right direction to enhance climate change mitigation. Stakeholders stated this while commenting on the Cross River State Green Carnival initiative. Maureen Liwajo has more.
Climate change in Cross River State, like other parts of the country, has been said to be exacerbated by deforestation, unpredictable temperature, and rainfall patterns, thunderstorm, heavy winds, and floods. This condition has further deteriorated the already existing low socioeconomic condition, leading to a threatened livelihood resource security. The Cross River State Green Carnival initiative therefore becomes imperative as stakeholders say planting at least a tree by all Cross Riverians will in no small measure give the state a higher cover.
With the trees, you see the whole place will look greenish and everywhere will look beautiful. And even when the breeze, when the storm is heavy, those trees will not allow the storm to affect houses, will not affect the storm to affect environment. So it is very important that at this point in time, at this era, we need to plant trees as to protect our environment.
With the oxygen we take as humans is gotten from trees. And looking at Cross River State, we can see that we are so prone to erosion. But when we go about planting trees, it is a way of controlling erosion in our state.
As trees grow, it is believed they help stop climate change by removing carbon dioxide from air, storing carbon in the trees and soil, as well as releasing oxygen into the atmosphere.
Our environment is becoming dilapidated. Every day we're losing trees and it affects the carbon emission in the atmosphere. So we want to kind of encourage everybody to plant a tree and to also maintain the existing ecology.
Cross River State has been a leading voice in ensuring that we go green, and which is good for the health of the people.
Trees provide many benefits for everyday living, as they offer cooling shade, block cold winter winds, attract birds and wildlife, purify the air, prevent soil erosion, clean the water, and add grace and beauty to homes, community, and to the entire environment. It therefore behoves on all to ensure at least a tree is planted, nurtured, and maintained for the realization of the state government's desire to mitigate effects of climate change. In Calabar, Maureen Leo Ajon, NTA News.
Residents of Calabar, the Cross River State capital, have different stories to tell as far as electricity supply is concerned. While some boast of constant supply, others in part of the metropolis, especially those in Calabar South Local Government area, are lamenting over being permanently kept in darkness. Our correspondents report that the affected areas are Abois, White House, Forster, and other streets which require urgent intervention.
Electricity supply is important for the economic growth of any nation, as it will boost businesses and improve living conditions. But when reversed is the case, life can be on a slow lane with little or nothing to achieve. In Cross River State, for instance, residents of Forster, Abois, William George, and other streets in Calabar South Local Government area lament prolonged power outage and the attendant effect on them, noting that they are spending money buying fuel for generators.
Like Abois here, there is no light since last year. It affects me a lot. Like my drinks in the fridge, they are hot. Since there is no light, the things are not cold. Nobody will come inside the shop like to come and buy hot drinks. The water, everything inside the fridge is hot.
None of us here are using NEPA light to do our business. Every time they are bringing NEPA bill. Everybody we're doing business there, we are using generator. Let government help us.
Mr. Sunday Madubuko, a businessman in the area, says it is disheartening that electricity consumers paid arrears of their bills between the months of February and March this year for the relevant authority to work on their transformer, which he said is bad, and surprisingly, nothing has been done. According to him, a letter was sent to the Port Harcourt Electricity Company Calabar head office on May 2021 appealing for a new transformer in order to enjoy light.
Almost every year we are having a similar problem. Even last year, the same thing happened. The whole community need to rally around. The end of the day, they use a republished one and return it back to us. What we are pleading to the authority is to give us a brand transformer for us to enjoy the dividends of democracy.
The people of the area are calling on the relevant authority to adopt proactive response services that will meet the needs of consumers. In Calabar, Uduak Etam, NTA News.
You are still watching NTA Calabar News at 7. You can watch this newscast on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/NTA Calabar. We will take a break for now with no news when we return. Stay with us.
As news breaks from the north, south, east, and west of Nigeria, we bring it to you. News from the length and breadth of Cross River State is sent to you via this channel.
With movers and shakers in various spheres of influence talking to us, we carve a niche and showcase our experience in broadcasting. Because it's NTA Calabar before others.
You can't get this anywhere else. It's only here on NTA Calabar News, showing at this time 3 p.m. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and 7 p.m. every day. NTA Calabar News. Our experience counts.
Welcome back and thanks for being there. And now to the rest of our bulletin. Nigeria has recorded 444 new cases of COVID-19, with Lagos State recorded the highest number of 275 cases, followed by Rivers State with 63 cases. Kwara State had 62 cases, Gombe 22, Ogun 8, FCT 4, Edo 3. Other states are Imo 2, while 5 states, Kano, Nasarawa, Sokoto, Jigawa, and Ebonyi State recorded 1 case each, making a total of 174,759 confirmed cases so far. When it comes to choice of friends, what comes to your mind first? In this report, Joy Obani takes a look at factors to look out for while making choice of friends.
I've experienced a lot in my journey with friends. If I must say, I've met the good ones, the bad ones, the ones that show both the good and the bad character. And it's really fun being around friends. I really enjoy having friends. But at some point, when they start showing me those traits that I don't really like, I cut the friendship.
Friendship is a relationship between people who like each other's company. However, a friend in general expresses the personality of his friend. Making and keeping friends to some people might be easy, but maintaining such relationship is hard. Some respondents lay some emphasis on the importance of friendship.
I would say to have friends, that's the good ones, the ones that will be there for you when you need them, when you're down, and not the ones that when you're down, they'll leave you. When you're back, they'll come back, and that's not it.
Even though the Bible said, put your trust on no man, but to some extent your friend can help you. Your friend can advise you, can lead you to a good thing. So, I mean, there are so many things friends can do. And most especially, to me, I choose my friend doesn't choose me.
Others, in their different opinions, say choosing a friend can marry or meet someone.
At first, we didn't actually like each other when we met, but eventually we started living together, and I found out that she's actually a good person at heart. And that she makes sacrifices a lot, and honestly, I need those kind of people around me.
A psychologist, Okosun Thompson, categorized the choice and influence of making friends into four and reiterated the future benefits.
Friendship has a strong influence on the level at which people want to go in life. It also have an influence to the recommendations that people will make about you. Show me your friend and I will tell you who you are. I can't work with a thief and then you expect that people will refer to me as a good man. So when people see that you are working with the right person, even if you are a wrong person, the recommendation that they will actually give to you will be based on the calibers of persons that you are working with. So the influence there rubs on the individual, rubs on the family, and then the society which the person finds itself.
No doubt, some friends are blessed, while others may not. So, if you have true friend, you are a lucky person. In Uyo, Joy Ubani, NTA News.
Physical exercise no doubt contributes to healthy life, but beyond exercising, meet a man almost an octogenarian whose only luxury and hobby is riding bicycle. Let's join our correspondent as she attempts to unravel the life of Pius Stephen Omole, university lecturer whose simplicity is with unique age.
The world is full of different people with different interests, opinion, and behavioral orientation, which define their personality and style. But not often in today's world do you come across a man like Pius Stephen Omole.
I'm fine. Can you too? I'm okay.
A multi-talented lecturer with simple ideology, high value for relationship and work, he does not believe in special days or appellations, but his identity is his bicycle. What is this to his family and close associates?
It was my undergraduate days in the Faculty of Education. And each time he was riding past the faculty, my friend would say, come and see your brother who refused driving vehicles like his mates. I never knew this very man was going to become my husband.
Not like he cannot afford a car. He can, but he doesn't like it. So when somebody likes something, you have to like it with him. He's not this typical African father.
I think I got my love for gadgets from him because from way back, he has always been about getting this electronics, having faults, him trying to fix it.
Mr. Omole is the only person whose personality could accommodate the kind of person I am. Mr. Omole is a very, very humble man. He's a man who thinks of others more than he thinks of himself. If somebody is ready to do more than you ever imagine, if somebody is ready to go all the way for you. But another thing about Mr. Omole is what? He's naive. As old as he is, he's naive because he's so plain-minded.
Though a lecturer of professors and PhD holders, Pius Omole, who taught creative writing for many years at the University of Ibadan and presently a consultant lecturer with Igbinedion University, never obtained a PhD himself.
He was my teacher, not only a teacher but also a friend. Yeah, he had very strong capacity to obtaining a PhD really. But I think he had this thought, he had this orientation, he had this belief that probably he felt having a PhD was not a serious issue anyway.
He's somebody that doesn't care much about the burdens of life. He's somebody who is lovely, who cares less about materialism. He's simple. his ideology is simplicity. Maybe that is why he didn't bother to have his PhD, because to him it is a kind of acquiring materialism.
He's coming for lecture, he comes with his bicycle, parks it, and he delivers his lecture, and off he goes with his bicycle again the following day. For the 4 years I spent in the University of Ibadan, that's his lifestyle. So I was surprised again that almost 28 years after, he's still the same man. I still saw him with bicycle, I still saw him again with his sandal, I still saw him with a shirt and trouser. This is a unique person.
Many hold the view that basic character is often established in childhood. For Pius, his simplicity since his youth is born out of his love for the hippies and their perspective of non-violence, openness, and tolerance.
If the main society wanted PhDs as the measure of intelligence, then the hippie dropped out of the PhD, but wanted to have all that knowledge without the accolade of a PhD. And that was exactly what I did. And I was happy and satisfied with my achievement. Yes.
Almost 80 now, Pius is and seems will ever remain a hippie on a bike.
To end the news, a recap of the major stories. Correspondent on special assignment has examined the performance of Cross River State in meeting the federal government target for food sufficiency. It was also in the news that stakeholders have commented on the State Green Carnival initiative. That is the package for this evening. Thanks for watching. Good night.